Well, we start today's show looking at the Brendin Horner case. Witnesses in that murder trial have now recanted on statements made under oath. All 6 witnesses called to testify have changed their recollection of the day's events. Linda Mnisi joins us now from Bethelem. This is where the case is taking place. Linda, the prosecutors must be scraping for some way of trying to salvage what is supposed to be the murder trial linked to the killing of Brendin Horner.
Indeed, Kathy, and I mean, especially if you listen to some of the comments that were being made yesterday, in relation to less pressure this time, because there's not a lot of media that's focusing on this particular case. But I can tell you, not even the numbers of the media are helping them in terms of really trying to get what they want to get. You'll remember that yesterday they ended up with a witness called Boy Jafta Kambule. He is the resident of Fatingtsinsu, which is the area where Skola and Squidgy live, basically. So we saw him do a 360 today, totally abandoning the statement that he made under oath, talking about, some parts of his statements being untrue and that he did not make those statements. Let's take a listen to what he had to say exactly.
Yeah, so can I live on the party? I partly hurry, but because of telling more applicants disability. How does it relate to say bad language? It's related to how Hagaba will see.
Okay. Yes, I heard that, but I do not want to mention that because of the fact that I'm also having a disability. I won't be able to protect myself should they hear that I've mentioned.
When
the police were there, I was not there. Like I said earlier, it is easy to implicate both accused falsely.
The statement had
I agree with what the court said, because when the statements were reduced to writing, they were not written by us.
Accused number 1.
Yes, there are discrepancies, because I said accused number 1 at the time when I was at the tavern. It was in the evening. Even the time jotted on my statement, I did not confirm the time. What time was it?
Linda, these witnesses would be central to the state's trial. How do they explain why they've all basically reneged on the initial statements that were submitted? What reasons are they giving for this change?
Well, it was a question that was posed to them, Kathy, because you'll remember when a witness makes a statement under oath, it is either read back to them or they read it and sign it. And they were asked, did you read these statements? And they said, yeah, they were read back to us and we did sign on these statements. But of course, there's something that, this defense is really pinning on here, the issue around additional statements that were made following the maiden statements that had already been made. And the defense is saying here that the reason why those second statements were made was to follow a particular narrative, and that is why you're seeing the witnesses struggle to answer when it comes to certain aspects of this particular case. One witness, I'll refer again to Boy Jafta Kambule, who indicated that there are quite a number of people that don't like accused number 1 and 2 and are hell-bent on really making sure that they are prosecuted for this crime. He indicated that, he was there to tell the truth. But amongst the people that he said were people that wanted to see the 2 accused behind bars were police. Let's take a listen to that bite, Kathy.
All right, Linda, apologies for that. We already queued that bite, so we'll leave it there then for this afternoon. Linda Mnisi out at the Bethelem Magistrates Court, and he's following that murder trial of Brendin Horner. We'll have to wait and see how exactly the NPA still plans on pursuing a successful conviction given the state of affairs with its 6 witnesses.